6-foot senior Hawkeyes works on number 10, hitting from the right side, she is the fifth-year player, standing by for the line from Knoxville, Tennessee, number 13, She is a defensive specialist and a freshman, standing 5'10", from Cary, North Carolina, number 37, Tara. And the 5'5" sophomore from Lewiston, Ohio, number 2, Anastasia. The assistant coach is Rich Rona to Volleyball and its Maximova. Director of Volleyball Operations Emily Watford in her second season with the Scarlet Knights. Your head coach, Clayton Schweihofer. Ladies and gentlemen, Rutgers University, the Big Ten Conference, and the NCAA Sport.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, live here on Black Friday night from Piscataway. Big Ten Plus brings you live coverage of the final night of the regular season here for Rutgers Volleyball as the Scarlet Knights welcome in the Iowa Hawkeyes. And we welcome you to the broadcast. So delighted to have you with us here for the rest of our crew. Pat Boyle. It's the final night of the regular season for Rutgers Senior Night. They've honored the 6 Scarlet Knights seniors, but we will touch on as we continue the broadcast. And Rutgers in their final night of the season looking to get that first Big Ten win. Meanwhile, the Iowa Hawkeye in her final match tonight, she is the all-time leader in matches played in Rutgers volleyball history. Playing in her 132nd match of her career tonight. And the Scarlet Knights quickly take the lead. It's an ace for Anastasia Maximova. So here's the starting lineups for Rutgers and second-year head coach Caitlin Schweihofer, who come into this one 8-20 on the year. Chechlik, Koyadinovich, Chitty, Graver, McNamara, Maximova, Balika. And the second-year head coach, Caitlin Schweihofer, who is looking to cap this season. It's been a tough one. Looking to cap it with a win, and there's a dumb set kill for Mina Balika. 2 matches last weekend at Minnesota and at Nebraska out of an abundance of caution for non-COVID related illnesses, and Rutgers was banged up with some injuries. So they were champing at the bit to get back here for the final weekend of the season, and they've got a big block in the middle. It's Koyadinovich and Maximova. I expect Rutgers to probably play a little bit more freely and more rhythmically as this match goes on. Chitty flies in. Here's Graver, transferred from LaSalle into this season. And there's a solo block for Maximova. Anastasia Maximova standing up tall by herself in the middle. She's one of the best blockers on this team, second on the team now with 5 solo blocks on the season. She's one of the most technically sound players in terms of her defense that Rutgers has. Great at digging the ball, also knows how to close off windows. Here's Koyadinovich. Becca had Mari Hinkle coming forward, tried to put it into the corner. Rutgers still on the offensive. Back to Becca. Big left-handed bullet from Becca Koyadinovich. And Rutgers has fought back to tie this up at 18 here in the opening set. Inside College Ave Gym, it was home to the Rutgers basketball teams in the 70s. And the Rutgers men's team made that faded Final Four run. And an ace from the Scarlet Knights. They have fought off 2 set points. That's an ace from Maximova, and now Dave Brown wants to take a timeout and make sure the Hawkeyes can see this set through. So we'll stay right here with you, and we'll get you caught up on the final weekend of action in the Big Ten. We'll start with the standings. Wisconsin and Nebraska tied for first place, looking for that conference crown. Badgers and the Huskers both at 15-3. Purdue in third place at 14-4. Ohio State at 14-5. Minnesota and Penn State both 11 overall, and Maryland, after they got off to a 13-0 start, they've lost 11 out of their last 16, and they stand at 7-11 in the conference, but they do have 19 wins on the season, and they're hoping that some of those huge wins early on are enough for the tournament committee to get. And Mari Hinkle also got a piece of that, so Iowa not necessarily known for their blocking, but they've done it very well tonight. Maximova, and that one gets through. But more on the Iowa blocking, they are dead last in the Big Ten. Every team in the Big Ten has at least 2 blocks per set. Iowa's the only one that does it, and they only have 1.4 rejections per frame. They just have not been a very intimidating defensive team at the net, but they've already got 4 here in this match. That one, an error. Bailey Ortega ran into the net. Here's the sophomore Chitty, who's having one of the best defensive seasons in recent memory for Rutgers. Bit of a short set. Hannah Clayton came up short. And Chitty on the year with 3 1/4 digs per set. That is 4th best all time in the rally era so far for her career. And she's coming up on the 10th most digs in a single season. Comes back to McNamara. She had it on the flush and just tipped it wide. And this is some suffocating Iowa defense right now. But Rutgers answers. Maximova and Vernon with a rejection. And they had Courtney Bazzirio lined up perfectly that time, and they sent it back right where it came from. Koyedinovich. Really blocked again. Now they try to Maximova on the far pin. Iowa's not letting anything through. And finally, Maximova just swings away with everything she has and drops it in the back row. Maddie Slagle comes back in for the Hawkeyes in the black and gold. Iowa hitting .250, but it's been their defense, which they're not usually known for, that has stood strong today, holding Rutgers to hitting just .075. And they've got 7 blocks. But there's Maximova. And Rutgers with a much different look to themselves here already in this 3rd set. Some big hitting here for the Scarlet Knights. Back here on Big Ten Plus. Pat Boyle and the rest of our crew. Coming up on 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. Rutgers trying to extend this match much longer than that. Down 2-0, but they lead 15-12 here in the 3rd. Alika Koyedinovich flies in. Bazzirio there for the dig. Push near side. Nice dig from Cheshlik. Great defense here from both sides. Iowa scrambling to get it to Vanderwide. And it's Koyedinovich who finally puts an end to the point. Four in a row now for the Scarlet Knights, having their best output of the match here in this 3rd frame. They're hitting just 107 for the contest, but 222 here in the... They will be the Big Ten champions here in 2021. The biggest match of the year in the Big Ten. And that is on national TV on Big Ten Network if you want to check it out after this one is finished. Oh, and a banjo in the middle. There's Maximova with a kill for the Scarlet Knights. The answer back with Vanderwide. Nice dig from Belika. Here's Maximova from the middle, and it's another one for the Scarlet Knights. They're within 3 of taking this 3rd frame. Meanwhile, number 6 Purdue took the first set from Indiana, but the Hoosiers point to get it to 5-3 here in this fourth set. If you're just joining us, it's been a great one tonight. We thank you for being alongside us here. Pat Boyle and the rest of our crew. Senior night here for Rutgers, the final match of 6 seniors' careers. And Iowa trying to spoil the party. Zerio, nice dig from Belika, and then it's blocked by Vernon, kept alive. Maximova lays out. Boy, whoever wins this point, their fan base is going to erupt. Another big dig from Chitty. And another block. My goodness, this point is tremendous. I'll go to Bizzario again. Dug again by Belika. Chitty was keen to that one. Here's Maximova. Hinkle with a dig. Kept alive. Still going. And finally, Koyedinovic puts an end to one of the more memorable points we've seen this season. A rally that lasted almost 2 minutes in length. And so many times you thought, oh, this is surely the end of the point. No. Finally, Becca Koyedinovic gives. Apologize for the very slight audio difficulties there. Coming back out of that timeout. Pat Boyle and the rest of our crew. 3 in a row for the Hawkeyes. But Maximova with the answer. Anastasia Maximova playing her final match in a Rutgers uniform. She has been a really solid contributor for this team over the last 4 years. Another Russian international player. And this Rutgers senior class filled with so many players from Europe that travel to America to play college volleyball. And there's a block from Vernon and Belika. When you look at the 6 seniors on this team, it's a very European heavy presence team for Rutgers. Caitlin Schweinhofer, when she came here last year, said she embraces this team. She wants them to embrace their identity of having players from all over the globe. And it's made Rutgers a very fun team to watch as you watch different personalities, different cultures gel together. They made the decision last year with the new uniforms to go with their nicknames or their first names on the back of the jerseys. Coach Schweinhofer said she wanted to embrace the fun culture and the light, that good energy, good vibes around this team. It also helps that you don't have to type out all those long last names. Bizzario right down the line. Does it go in? No, it's just wide. It hit the shoe of the line judge. Shira Moxley on the left side, and Rutgers back even here, 18 apiece here in this 4th set. As tight as most of these sets have been, it's been late big pushes from each team to win their respective sets. Iowa used one right at the end to win the first set, 25-22. Koyedinovic almost dropped it in. Hawkeyes putting bodies on the hardwood, and Vernon has her shot dug out. Boy, both teams scrambling right now. Big blocking from the Scarlet Knights. Vanderwide again goes to push it. Chitty comes in. Here's Cheshlik. Now Bizzario. Big time hitting from Courtney Bizzario. Her 18th kill of the match. And it gets held away in the 3rd, and now Iowa trying to pull away for the final time here in the 4th set, leading 20-18. Vernon. Nice dig that time from Maddie Slagle. She's got 3 tonight. Push for Maximova. Chitty had to be there. Koyedinovic. Big left-handed bullet from Becca Koyedinovic. One of the most impressive swings of the night. 15 kills for the 50-year senior from Belgrade, Serbia. She's got a dozen digs as well. In their last 7 matches and their 4th win in their last 9. It's been a great turnaround, a great finish to the end of a season that was filled with adversity. dismissal of the head coach, but the Hawkeyes go to 6-23 overall. They match their win total in the Big Ten from last year with 4, and they finish their season tomorrow night against Penn State. Well, for Rutgers, it's been a fun season here in Central Jersey, bringing you all the action this year. Becca Koyadinovich, Shea McNamara, Anastasia Maximova, Ina Belika, Cam Cheshlik, and Sam Graver all played their final match tonight in a Rutgers uniform, and a great 4 and 5 years for all these seniors, and for Sam Graver and Shea McNamara, who have only been here for the last year or two, but welcomed into this family with open arms. They really set the Big Ten on fire. They shattered expectations last season in Caitlin Schweihofer's first season, going 6-14, more than doubling the win total in Big Ten wins in just one season that Rutgers had in the past 5 years. And although not the results they wanted this year in conference play, they had 8 wins total. They got off to their best start in a decade, and a year to look back on for the Scarlet Knights as they turn the page to the next chapter. Next season, we'll be back here in 2022. Rutgers finishes the year 8-21. For everybody here all season long on our Big Ten Plus crew, I'm Pat Boyle saying thanks so much for being a part of it this season. It was a lot of fun. And we turn our attention to the final night of the season in the Big Ten tomorrow. And as neutral observers, Selection Sunday, 48 hours from now, and the big dance, which starts next week.